Hello, everybody. I'm Ronald Karle. I'm a music composer and arranger, and today I have with me a special guest, Donna Mitchell. Now, many of you may know her. She has a degree in music theory and composition. She's also a piano instructor, and she has a lot of beautiful music on YouTube. I follow both of her channels. And with that said, Donna, I'm just gonna ask you, how'd you get started in music? What was the interest or the draw?
I started really early when I was a child. I was always interested in playing the piano, but we didn't have one except for an old piano sitting on a porch that wasn't heated, it was just sitting out there. And I used to go out to that piano and play on it and try to make little songs. And I found a little instruction book and tried to play some of the songs that were in the book and kind of self-taught a little bit to myself, but they got rid of the piano and I was crushed. So it was a dream. I wanted to play the piano. When I was in grade school, we had a music man come around and he was selling instruments. And he showed my mom a flute and said, "Here, have her try this." And I tried it. I was like, "No, I can't make any sound on it because I can't whistle or do anything like that." So he said, "Well, try clarinet." So he gave me a clarinet to toot on, and excuse me, tried to play it, and I made a squeak. He said, "Oh, that's what she should do. She should play clarinet." So my mom said, "Okay, we'll buy it." And so I got my first instrument lessons at school with my clarinet. And when I was in fifth grade band, of course, you start out learning just the basics, what the notes are, and you're in just a group of clarinetists, and then finally you get to play with the band, and then so forth. So I played clarinet for all through school, through high school. And I was in marching band and symphonic band and also orchestra with my clarinet, but still it wasn't the instrument of my choice, although I enjoyed playing with others. It was really fun. But I still had this dream of becoming a piano player. And I think my parents knew that. And so it was my junior year, and I came home. It was near Christmas time, and there was a new piano in the living room. They said, "You start lessons in January." So that's where I started piano lessons. And so, because I'd had a background in music with band and so forth, choir also, I learned the piano pretty quickly. And I took lessons then for that remaining high school years. And then I went to Bible college and took another year with an instructor. And then after that, I got married. That kind of slowed things down because I started having kids. And I did find a teacher that would teach me. So I started working with another teacher after I had two little boys. I would put them to bed at night and practice. So I got some classical training through her. She really took me far. So the piano was my main thing, and I always enjoyed playing it and wanted to continue with it. But being a mother and a homeschool mother, I was pretty busy. But I played for church, and so I got interested in arranging music because I did play for church, and I played a lot of like offertories and hymns. And so I would start to arrange my own music. And then I got this idea, well, maybe, maybe I can get it written down on paper, because people would say, "How did you do that?" I said, "Well, it's just up in my head." He said, "Well, can you write it down?" And so I found a program. It was on a floppy disk. That was, tell what year that was, in the 90s. Okay, so I put that on my computer, and it was my first notation software on this floppy disk. And so I started writing my arrangements on there. So that was my beginning of composing, you could call it. It was more like arranging music. And I still had this dream. I really wanted to go farther with my music, but I knew that I didn't really have the time. So I continued homeschooling. And then once the kids were out of school and I was finished with that, I thought it's time for me to go back to college. So I enrolled in Eastern Kentucky University, where they accepted me as a piano student, and I started taking theory and composition. I did get a scholarship that would pay half of my tuition, which really helped. So that's when I really got into composing because I had a one-on-one instructor who really took me through the process of doing it. Plus, I had all my theory classes and so forth. And so I graduated, and that was in 2011 with a degree in theory and composition. And then we built a new house, and I was pretty busy and didn't do a lot of writing. But in 2001, I guess it was after the pandemic. I had this idea when I saw was you Sheet Music Plus, I think it was, said you could self-publish, which you know about, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, well, this is a great idea. This will get me interested in doing more, and it's a way to sell my music because I've been writing a little bit here and there. So that really spurred my interest in, I just started writing more and more and more. I just couldn't stop. Of course, with YouTube, making it available for you to perform and showcase your works, I immediately got onto YouTube and started a channel. That was in 2001, I think.
Okay.
So,
You mean in 21?
yeah, 2021, excuse me.
Yeah, not 2001. Yeah.
No, no, I was doing other things then.
Yeah.
So I did that, and my channel started growing. It was pretty slow at first. You know how that goes. And I just kept working at it. And I started another channel a year later that would be mainly focusing on my sheet music. So it wouldn't do any covers or anything like that. So that's about how I got here.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, I also
I
played
think,
violin too, but I'm
oh,
not very
okay.
good.
Yeah, well, I know what I have two violins here. I fixed one of them. They were both my dad's.
Yes,
And
I remember that.
I restrung. I think you saw that I gave you like a little clip where I
Mhm.
restrung them. Uh, I can't get a good sound out of it. I
Oh,
think,
violin's very hard. I took probably about 5 or 6 years because my daughter was taking it. I was doing it at the same time. And then I broke my wrist later on. And
uh,
since broken wrist, the
uh,
pull when I try to vibrato, it's very painful. So I no longer play the violin unless I really get it out and force myself. Because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
so
I understand that. Um, used to play guitar, and I still do now. Actually, I play it more now. Um, I lost a bunch of weight, and my arthritis went away.
right. Oh,
And
that there was a connection then,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah, a lot of inflammation
Right.
from high insulin levels. So I was insulin resistant. It wasn't diabetic, but I was insulin resistant, and it, caused problems. So I'm playing it more now, but I have forgotten so much, and just it's like, okay, I don't play near as good as when I was 20.
Well, yeah, I understand.
So I'm 71 now, so it's kind of I'm kind of late in the game, I guess. I used to play it, but I realized it was not a way to earn a good living unless you became like a big rock star or something, which I
Right.
was anything but. So I still played the instrument. My uncle actually had a group that they volunteer and go to these homes for shut-ins.
Hmm.
And so I had a bass, I had an electric bass, so I played bass. He had actually the piano teacher was our church organist.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and he played violin and he played trombone, but he also had another guy that played trombone, and also one of the church members played cello. So
Right.
you can imagine this odd combination of
Uh,
keyboard, trombone,
yeah, yes.
violin, cello, and electric bass.
Shoot.
Uh, so No, anyway, I just wanted to add too. I wanted to talk a little bit about. I just listened to your new piece, Sunset Rose.
Oh, okay.
A beautiful piece. I noticed you did the
It's
day.
written just really simple for like a late beginner. So it's like, okay, glad you like it.
That I really liked it. I liked the declining bass that you did, especially in the beginning.
Oh,
And I'm like, okay, she's taking this from Air to G string, or
yeah. Well, I guess, you've been writing for so many years. You know all the little tricks for, setting up a bass line and stuff like that. And so I've kind of developed a pattern for it. Well, okay, I'm going to make this song in the key of this. It's going to have some things that are, you know, definitely reusable. It's like a pattern. You
yeah.
set it up, then you punch in your chords, and then you find a melody, and then you kind of shape it.
Hmm.
So that's what that was. It was done like in a couple hours.
Yeah.
So
So do you find yourself more often like you have an idea for a melody and then you put the chords with it, or do you put like the chord structure first and then kind of improvise a melody on top of it? Or do you do both or?
I do either. Sometimes a melody will come to me like wake up in the morning. It's like, yeah, listen to that. And then I'll go to the piano and try to figure out what I did or what I heard in my head. And then other times I'll just kind of close my eyes and something will come to me melody wise. But
No.
usually I have kind of like, I want to write a tarantella or I want to write a waltz. Waltzes are very easy. So
Okay.
that waltz in my mind, and I think, well, it's 3/4 time. I'm going to choose this key and use this kind of chord progression. Then I'll make a melody. That's what I usually do for something like that. Now,
Yeah.
there's things that I do that are more free. It's just like I go with piano and I just start to improvise, and then something will come to me. I find that those are really tedious though, because you got to pull it out. It's like, yeah, where are my hands going and how I'm going to do this and what kind of chord am I going to use here and there. So those kind of things take longer and they usually turn out to be like advanced arrangements rather than a simple student arrangement because I've had to sit down and figure out where do I want to go with this. And then suddenly something that I had an idea for, it kind of evolves. It's like, how did I get here? I was like, wow, this is from what I intended to do. So that is kind of a surprise process. And then I sometimes end up with something really good. Sometimes. And other times it's like,
Yeah.
there's been flops that just are still sitting in my finale, wait list to get to because there's like they're not going anywhere. I'm stuck. I can't figure out where I want to go from here. So it's a process of, trying this, trying that. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So
Yeah, I know exactly. It's interesting to me as artist. I have a friend. He's passed away a couple of years now, but he was worked in stained glass, and he did like these three-dimensional things where the
Mhm.
glass came out. Then he also had what he called light boxes, where he used mirrors. Beautiful work, and we would talk about the process that we
Right,
go through. And it was amazing, just like what you described is what I would describe. And he went through the same thing, only it was in a different medium.
really.
So it's kind of interesting. I think the I don't know how to put this, like the thought patterns or the way that artists approach things. I think there's a lot of
Yeah,
similarity between the different arts, I believe.
it
And
probably is.
yeah.
It's a
So
lot of creativity that is sometimes spontaneous and sometimes it's also been inspired by someone else. Like sometimes if I get really stuck, I'll open up, a classical book, some Chopin or something and say, well, what does Chopin do here? How can I get an idea from it? Or even a current composer, something that they did that really sparks an interest in your mind, and then you go from it. And usually, when you that way, it's like, yeah, I'm going to try and emulate what they've done, but suddenly it becomes your own, and
Right.
it goes far away from the original intent.
Uh-huh.
So it's a starting point. Sometimes you get writer's block. You're just really stuck. It's like, oh, I can't get going. So that little bit of inspiration from someone else really helps.
Oh yeah, yeah. I also you've played some of my music, and I was thinking of one
Mhm.
piece in particular earlier called Peaceful. I don't know if you remember
Oh,
that.
I love that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did a major 7/9 chord, and
Yes.
okay, the way
And
you
I
played
had to
it,
rule it. It's
yeah,
like,
you cross your hands, and it's like,
oh,
but
wait a
it's
minute, I
like
need to do
that
it.
the top part of the chord suddenly became the melody, and I said,
It was
Donna just made
beautiful.
that her own.
It's like,
Really? I mean, so
I
and
mean, my hand is only so big I can reach a tenth, maybe. But no, very good, especially with my left hand now that excuse me, I'm losing my voice.
I'm gonna post your version of Peaceful on my channel again since we're
Oh,
talking
okay.
about it. And
Yeah,
I've been doing more tribute videos. Uh,
right.
and I got like three pieces that I started, and for some reason I can't. It's like I get blocked and I can't seem to finish them. And then I go back to them. It's like, okay, then I'll write another maybe 8 measures or so, and then I'm going,
Um,
okay, that doesn't work. And that's kind of where the stuff is now. I guess I'm getting fussier as I
right. Yeah, me too. I sometimes when I get into it, I think, oh, this is just really not that great. And that's why I want to get away from it because it's like it's not really going anywhere. So why bother with it? I'll start something fresh. So I know exactly what you mean on that.
yeah.
Frustrating if you get kind of stuck that way.
Yeah, so on my channel, yeah, well, I think I told you and the other people I think know too. I got 2 channels going on right now, and
Right. One's the weight loss channel,
yeah,
right?
one's my weight loss program, and I got people following me. I'm surprised. I have over 700 subscribers, and I've been doing the channel for 6 months. It has taken me 11 years to get over 1,000 subscribers on my music channel. I don't know if
Well,
it just
yeah, I can believe that because other channels have to do with weight loss or self-helps or tutorials and stuff like that. Always do better than music channels. It's hard. It's hard to make an impact with a music channel, especially as a composer. I think you get overlooked quite a bit because you haven't developed a name that people associate
right.
works with. And so it's like they'll come to your channel and say, "Well, that's really nice. Great job."
Yeah,
They don't want to commit to, really subscribing or
right.
a
Right.
patron or something.
Yeah.
So it's not easy to have a music channel.
Yeah. Well, I think I mentioned before, I did a tribute to this group that's in the Philippines, and they've become really popular now. And
That's really a
I, I,
novel
I
idea.
got I got like 300 subscribers on that one video added to the 1,000 that I had.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing.
Yeah. So I don't know what direction I take with the channel because I still love writing and I love playing, especially I love doing improvisations. Now, and
Mhm.
Donna, this is full disclosure for me, is
Yeah.
that while I can read music and I can write music, the majority of the stuff that I write is beyond my ability to play. My reading is very slow, but on the
Mhm.
other hand, you give me a lead sheet
Oh yeah.
chords because of all the years that I played guitar, that's what we play from. And
Right.
I can do the chords like that. Well, I
Yeah.
can play
I,
from a
I
lead sheet, and
Lead
it's
sheets are great. I used them. I played for church, and one of the churches I played for, I played in a band too. So we used lead sheets, and so it was all improv. So I'm really comfortable with that too, and it's far easier than taking like Chopin and playing every note perfectly.
oh, yeah,
That's a chore. I mean, really, you have to practice, and you have to practice hours, hours just to play a nice classical piece, whereas I can sit down and improv and make up my own stuff in a matter of minutes. It's like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do something that's easier because I don't have a lot of time to practice classical music, but I do teach, so I have to, do a little bit of that practice for my
Do you have a lot of students now, or?
just a medium amount. I have about 18 or something like that right now. Uh,
Okay.
at one time I taught lessons in two Montessori schools, and then at that time I had a load like 40 students, but it still was one-on-one students.
Uh-huh.
I had to travel a distance. It was like 45 minutes away to get there. And I did that for a few years. Plus, I taught an after school program with group lessons. So I got to a certain point where it's like, oh, I don't want to travel anymore. So I'm just going to use my own home studio. And that's what I do right now.
Okay. So you teach them on the piano behind you there, right?
Yeah, I teach on that piano. I also have another room where I do my recording and writing. In that, I
Mhm.
have a piano and I have a setup in there. It's kind of messy right now, so I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
in here. But yeah, this is where I teach my piano lessons.
Okay. Yeah, because that's um I don't know. I just really enjoy the sound that you get a great sound out of. I think it's that other keyboard you were talking about, that the other piano. Uh
But you
Incredible
know what
sound
that
that you get.
is? It's actually a VST, a plug-in. So I replaced the sound
Oh,
board on that piano, and it's on a flash drive, and then I take that into a program that where I can the MIDI file, and I
uh-huh.
replace the sound with different sounds I choose. Sometimes it's grand piano, sometimes it's one called Nor, which is a real soft piano. It gives kind of
Uh-huh.
some you can go all the way to a felted piano sound. I don't know if
Ah, okay.
you can hear the hammers hitting the felt. That's real popular right now. And so I kind of depends on the type of music that I've written, whether I use a soft piano, a grand piano, or whatever. But,
Okay.
and then on this piano, I just what iPhone. It's just what you hear is what you hear. It's and
Yeah.
sometimes pretty um, coarse sounding because the room echoes, and it's not well padded. We just have a rug on the floor. So I not really crazy about the sound in this room when I record.
Yeah. Yeah. I have
I do like the looks of it.
well, actually I have like about four keyboards, and then I have a
Um,
piano. I have this one. You can see over here behind me, this one here. It's a
oh yeah,
76 key workstation. And
right.
then I'm going to turn the camera here. You see that
Oh
88 key
yeah.
sitting up there? It's hammer weighted. It's supposed to be a good key, but that sound font is awful.
That's
There's no, you can tap the key hard or soft. It'll go
that's
hard and
system.
soft, but there's no change in the tone whatsoever. It's one font all the way. It's not like the newer
You're
keyboards.
right. Right.
So that's why it's sitting up on its side. It's like, okay, I don't
It's
even
too bad.
I don't even want to play it. It sounds so
Oh
terrible
yeah.
when I play it.
Well, you know what? I really like hearing your old Grinnell. Is it a
Oh,
Grinnell?
oh yeah, yeah, the Grinnell brothers. Oh
100-year-old piano?
yeah, that's a 105. It's a 1920, so it's a 106 year old
Yeah.
now. Uh,
Right.
that was I can tell you the story of that one if you're interested.
Sure.
Um, that piano, my grandfather was a Lutheran minister in a small town as where I grew up. He passed away when I was 7 months old, but he went
Oh.
down to Toledo to the showroom. They made those in Detroit. And he went to the showroom in Toledo and picked that piano out. And then being a Lutheran minister was kind of funny. This is a cute story, but I'll tell it. Um, his mother would come and play the piano, but she liked playing honky tonk stuff, and he couldn't stand it.
Oh,
And
okay.
like, oh, don't play that barroom stuff. This is, he's a minister, right?
Yeah,
But
right.
I have a picture, and on the back it had a date stamp of the year before I was born, and she's playing that piano.
Oh,
So
wow.
I have a picture of my great grandmother playing that piano, the one that I play.
That is cool.
Uh,
Yeah.
and so I don't know exactly when he bought it, but um, because there's a piece of paper on there that said it was tuned in 1935. I thought, oh, maybe that's when it was, sometime around that. Then I had the piano tuned, and the guy had a book that had the serial numbers of Grinnell Brothers, and he says, no, this was
Okay.
manufactured in 1920.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, that's kind of the short history of that piano. I really enjoy it. Still holds the tune pretty good. When he says it's getting harder though to get it
Yeah,
to,
right.
there's some false beats in it and stuff, but um, it sounds so much better than, these two things behind me here that it's just,
Well,
um,
I like the way you set it up, showing your hands. It's very intimate. So
yeah,
getting
yeah,
sound, you're actually hearing the clicking of the keys, you're hearing the pedaling, all of that is kind
yeah,
of a personal thing. I think
yeah.
it's
Well, that's what I
a nice
do.
touch.
I have a flip phone, right?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I do that, put it on record,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
just set that down on the keyboard. And
Right.
and then it's like, okay, record, and then I start
Right.
playing. So
My
yeah,
iPhone, I set in the corner of that, right back in there,
uh-huh.
prop it up, hit the record. And so that's what I do for a lot of my shorts and things that I just want I want to see just my hands. And
Yeah.
then otherwise I got a tripod that I set back in the
Yeah.
corner
So
and do
well, I have to say, I always admire your music. I try to listen to it as much as I can, but there are just times like when I'm running two channels,
me
I
too.
my music and listening to other musicians, which I really love doing dearly. It's kind of fallen by the wayside because I've gotten so much. I get so many questions on, well, uh, how many carbs do you eat? How many,
Oh, right. I
like,
guess so.
and it's like, so I'm so busy with that. Then I get other people who tell me that, oh, this diet's going to kill you because you're not getting enough of this or that. And I'm like,
Oh,
okay,
no. That's
yeah,
a judgment.
yeah, it's so, but it takes my time. But music really was my first love, because I was, well, like the piano that you see me play, have some of the ivory has been chipped off of it.
Yes.
Well, that was done by a
Yeah.
5-year-old with the exact same name as me. In other words,
Oh,
I did
really?
that when I was 5 years old, I'm chipping away. Like, okay. But
Oh, yeah.
my mom saw, she was a church organist also. And my mom
Mhm.
saw, said, he's getting piano lessons,
All
and
right.
that's kind of, I'll tell my story maybe on another video, but
Yeah.
Don, we're running low of time here because of
Okay.
limits our time. I love talking to you. Maybe we can do this again
Oh,
sometime.
yeah.
And
It's nice.
I'm gonna put this on my channel. And
Okay.
any of the other people that follow me, if you'd like to do a video like this, I would love to do it. Many of you have my email, and you can find that email on my about page. Send me an email, and we'll try to set up a time where we both can, because I know a lot of people are in different time zones. I have people following me in Europe. And so, that's kind of, you got a logistic issue there, but if you'd like to have a conversation like this, like I'm having here with Donna, I would love to do it. So anyway, you guys just let me know on that. And Donna, this has been such a pleasure. I want to do this again. I wish we could talk on for hours here, but
I think we could.
yeah, I think we could.
Keep
But
going.
you want to say bye to your fans?
Yes, thank you for following me and watching my videos. I really appreciate you. And it's been a pleasure to get to know so many of you, not intimately, but at least through this medium of YouTube. I've met people from all over the world, and I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah. Guys, you have a great day, and we'll talk to you again, hopefully maybe on a Zoom meeting again like this.
Yes,
Okay.
it'd be great.
All right. Great.
Thanks, Ron.